Hello there! I'm gonna stop you right there, because we have urgent business to discuss. It's serious stuff after all. Culture, humanity, and even society itself holds a unique relevance in today's discussion. And as you've probably guessed based on the convenient title of this video, today's discussion is all about memes. Those hilarious, shocking, and sometimes unexpectedly relatable tidbits of shared humanity that we all know and love so well. What makes this picture of Obama Prism or this image of Mike Wazowski with two eyes so intriguing? And who on God's green earth is Joe? Well, today, with some help from Lessons in Meme Culture, our resident expert in the art of memes, we'll be dissecting this complicated topic in a comprehensive manner so detailed and so refined that even the most stubborn of Karens or addled of boomers could easily understand. So strap in, pour yourself an ice-cold glass of Speev, and relax as the secrets of the memeverse are revealed before your very eyes. Part 1. The deep roots of memedom. It's interesting how our collective perception of memes has changed throughout the years. Just within the past few decades, meme culture itself has evolved and shifted dramatically, going from demotivational posters and rage comics to today's surreal and more quote-unquote complex memes. However, I do think it's a common mistake to assume that memes themselves are a relatively new thing. In reality, memes, as defined, have been around for a very, very, very long time. In fact, it would be accurate to say that memes themselves have existed almost as long as human beings themselves have. Humor me and put on your philosophy caps for just a minute. What I'm telling you is that to meme is to human, and to human is to meme. At least in the sense that user-generated content in the form of inside jokes relevant to certain life experiences and or cultures has always thrived and taken a central role in the collective human identity. Ever since our most ancient ancestors were out fighting saber-toothed tigers over essentials and drawing dicks on the walls of their caves. That's right, your great to the 100th degree granddad was drawing dicks on the walls of his cave crib, and he did so more than likely because he thought it was pretty damn funny. In fact, phalluses are probably the most long-standing and solid meme format of all time. I mean, from the ancient days of cavemen, to the glorious days of the Holy Roman Empire, to just last week when your little brother drew one in his science textbook. These hairy rocket ships have maintained themselves as the undefeated champions of meme longevity. But I digress. What I mean to say is that these humorous little sayings, images, and sentiments have always gone hand in hand with the human experience. They weren't created and mass-produced to sell a product or to enforce laws. They weren't scrawled into the travertine of grand monuments and elaborate structures as a means of making money. They were simply put there by some random guy who thought, hey, dicks are pretty funny. It would probably make someone laugh if they walked by here and saw a random dick scratched onto this wall. And thus, a meme was born and perpetuated. And in a way, understanding this gives me a profound level of appreciation for the humble shitpost, and I think it should for you too. After all, it's almost like I'm the avatar, and every single one of my ancestors is looking down on me and smiling whenever I craft a particularly dank meme. Part 2. The brilliant, transcendent nature of memes. It has been said by many an arithmetic and physics professor that numbers are in fact the universal language of all mankind. However, I'd be willing to bet that I couldn't get you to understand the significance of a Yankee with no brim through a math equation. I am not by any means trying to say that mathematics are less useful in communicating valuable information, but memes can convey messages and sentiments across borders and throughout various cultures without even needing to be written in a language that either party can understand. What I mean to say is that memes are, in a sense, one of the most genuine forms of human-to-human communication. A good meme can transcend language, and can in many cases provide insight into numerous different cultures or life experiences just via the inside jokes or real-life relatability that they portray. You may not be able to have a deep and meaningful conversation with a person who speaks a language you can't understand, but if they chuckle or in most cases simply exhale air from their nostrils the same way you do when they see a funny bit of absurd humor, then you can connect in a genuine way that might not have even been attainable had you been able to understand them in the first place. For example, take a look at the Dorime meme, which was popularized by Latin American memers but has since exploded in popularity all around the world. I sincerely doubt that anyone sharing this meme knows what the actual lyrics to this song mean, particularly because this song is actually complete gibberish and doesn't mean anything. However, that has not stopped millions of people around the world and across all manner of borders from empathizing with one another over a ridiculous, nonsensical shitpost. And that is something I find to be truly special and utterly human. Part 3. Memes of the Future. Evolution Perfected. Now, with everything I've said before this point, I think there's one overarching question that seems to confuse even the most ardent meme aficionado. And that would be, why is it that now, today, meme culture seems to evolve so much more rapidly than ever before? Why is it that nearly every week, shitposters and influencers are pumping out dozens of brand new formats that consistently push the boundaries of what a meme is and can be? I mean, to put it simply, why is it that I can look you square in the face and say the word cucumber and essentially have created a new meme that only 10 years ago would have gone completely unappreciated for its comedic genius? I'll admit, I spent more time than I'm comfortable with contemplating this query, and to be fair, I wasn't the one who came up with its answer. No, instead, I leaned on resident meme expert, fellow YouTuber, and man who makes a living exploring the vast safari of the internet, Lessons in Meme Culture, for the answer. And, well, I'll let him explain his findings to you firsthand. Take it away, LIMC.
Thanks, So Good. Thinking about and overanalyzing memes is what I do best, so let's get right into it. As humanity has progressed, we have unlocked new means of communicating with one another. Essentially, in this modern digital age, we have the internet, a vast and comprehensive tool that gives everyone access to an infinite amount of images, templates, and ideas, along with a potentially infinite audience through platforms like social media. With the advent of the Web 2.0, which marks a shift from the centralized, passive methods of content consumption that existed during the early days of the internet from 1991 to 2004. Before social media, the World Wide Web was a different experience. Information came from pretty much only developers, as opposed to other users. As such, it could be argued that the creation and mainstream adoption of MySpace from 2003 ensured user-generated content would become the most mainstream form of media consumption and would mark the transition to what is now described as Web 2.0. Web 2.0 itself is a term coined by information architecture consultant Darcy DiNucci in her 1999 article Fragmented Future. She describes Web 2.0 as understood not as screenfuls of text and graphics, but as a transport mechanism, the ether through which interactivity happens. It will appear on your computer screen, on your TV set, your car dashboard, your cell phone, handheld game machines, maybe even your microwave oven. This has certainly come true, except perhaps within the realms of the microwave oven, but we all know how essential it is to flex with our Samsung smart fridges. As the web evolved to the Web 2.0, so did the memes and jokes that permeated it. This evolution spans everything, from the viral dancing baby from 1996 to the lolcats of the early 2000s, from the rage comics and advice animals of 2007 to 2012 to the absurd and bizarre humour that dominates meme culture now, such as the dancing coffin memes or ironically touting Pickle Rick as the funniest shit anyone's ever seen. I'm Pickle Rick! Furthermore, as these memes continue to evolve, they've continued to transmit not only humour but also serious ideas that can promote social change and serious cultural reforms. One of the biggest examples of this is the Xi Jinping Winnie the Pooh meme. While many people just laugh and think it's a funny comparison between a cartoon bear and the leader of the Chinese government, Xi Jinping sees the meme as a threat to the serious facade he prefers to portray to his citizens and the rest of the world. Xi Jinping has seen the meme as such a threat to his image that he outright banned Winnie the Pooh in China. They censored and in some case banned the third highest grossing entertainment franchise in the world, all because of a meme. As such, it is clear that memes do have a lot of power, enough to not only move man, but also countries. This power also manifests in the ability to change the hearts and minds of anyone who looks at memes. Unfortunately, it is often that people are influenced by the scourge of false news or misinformation because of certain memes that others make. False news has been described as one of the biggest problems faced in the world right now, due to the people disseminating crazy claims on the internet via memes. It could be argued that currently the best example of this is the crazy 5G conspiracies that we've seen bouncing around. Of course, all of these claims have no academic or scientific proof, but the people who make them and distribute them to the masses know this. They're either crazy, trolling, or trying to make something go viral, and tapping into people's fear instinct is a good way to achieve this. Unfortunately, it means that with enough dumb people not understanding that 5G is less harmful than sunlight, you get weird stuff occurring, such as people burning down 5G towers in Britain, even though the country is desperately relying on that new technology in a time when everyone is using the internet to work from home. On a positive note, the majority of memes are used for good, whether it's a weird dog meme that can brighten your day, or just a campaign to raise funds for those in need. Human nature utilizes memes in ways that are often positive and often forgotten. An old saying in journalism is that if it bleeds, it leads, and in the instance of meme culture, it is quite easy to concentrate on the edgier and shocking memes instead of remembering the positive effects memes can have on the wider world. Essentially, corporate institutions and governments have long recognized the power of meme culture, and China's aversion to the Winnie the Pooh meme coupled with its well-known stranglehold over social media demonstrates how memes have the power to change a country. However, much of this negativity can be overcome with memes that champion a positive vibe or help people, and as such, it is clear that they also have the ability to change the world for the better.
That's right, folks. You heard it here first, and don't let anyone tell you different. Memes aren't just funny, they aren't just relatable, and they don't just make life more bearable. There are consistent companions throughout all of history, helping us cope with life's struggles, whether they be fending off saber-toothed tigers, surviving a worldwide pandemic, or just dealing with a case of the big sad. These quirky little inside jokes and bits of seemingly nonsensical garbage are actually one of humanity's best and most transcendent forms of social interaction, a language that transcends language and truly allows us all to relate, no matter the cultural, monetary, or societal boundaries. And of course, arguably most important of all, a fact that's really easy to forget: memes have power. They have the power to move countries, the power to bring joy or strife down upon the world, but most importantly, they have the power to educate and change minds. And that, well, that is why memes are so damn good. Thank you so much for watching, and a special thank you to Lessons in Meme Culture for collaborating with me on this video. If you're interested in delving further into the realm of memes and their hidden significance, I cannot recommend his channel enough. I've been hooked on his videos since I first saw his take on why this pufferfish was eating a carrot, and since then his videos have only gotten even more hilarious and insightful. I also happened to do a collaboration video on his channel as well, so if you've ever wondered just what the hell a froggy chair is or why you should care, click the link on the card above. Anyways, as always, this has been so good, reminding you once again to like a meme and ban a repost, stretch your creativity and post something funny, but most importantly, keep on loving good stuff.